here this evening. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. Hi, Facebook. Hi, the Facebook group. Hi, AB. Oh, is that Uncle OT? I'm not sure who that is, but I think that might be my uncle. Hello, Uncle. Okay, so today, I want to talk about the domino effect. And that is essentially what is the one thing, the most important thing that you need that will revolutionize your life, your business? What is that one thing? Because the domino effect is the one thing that you topple and everything else follows. So, do you know that one thing in your life, in your business, in your personal life, in your relationships? What is that one thing? Today, I want to focus on your business because that's why we're here. We're talking about how to grow our businesses, how we can kick things up a notch. And I think for me specifically, something has been happening this year. I just love how God works. He never really shows you the full picture at once because he knows that you may not be able to handle it. If you're watching, say hi. And if you're watching, let me know replay. And actually comment, let me know who's watching because that helps people see the video more when there's engagement. So what's been happening for me this year is that it's becoming more and more evident what God is planning for me. I'm beginning to see more and more that it's a bit bigger than what I thought before, what I had initially planned, what I initially seen. I mean, this is the story of my life because 4 years ago, it wasn't on my radar to be releasing music at all. It wasn't. And then 2021 happened, the pandemic happened, and somehow I got the calling, I got the awakening that AB, you were meant to be writing and releasing music. And I thought that was just it, right? But more and more, God has been adding things. I'm beginning to realize that I'm building something big, and music is just part of it. There's coaching, there's building a community, there is inspiring others, there is inspiring other artists. And what has been becoming clearer this year in particular is God has been putting me in contact with people that has fired me up and opened my eyes into even bigger things and bigger ways that I can do things. So I remember last year I was learning about the business, and the people I was learning from, I was really inspired, but they weren't really Christians. So I was just learning sort of just the business things. And then this year, somehow God has just connected me with with like people who are obviously Christians but might not be saying it. Like, it's just obvious. They quote the Bible, and some of them pray before meetings. Some of them actually pray on Facebook Lives, but they are amazing business strategists. And I'm like, okay, yes, you can combine business and your faith, and you can do that unapologetically. And essentially, it's given me a deeper sense of purpose, right? A deeper drive that actually, AB, this is much bigger than you, much bigger than you. Something is happening. God is building an army. God is doing amazing things, and I get to be part of that. So, my question for you is, number one, what story are you telling yourself? What story are you telling yourself about who you are, about what you have, and about what you've been called to do? Because, my friend, the biggest thing that will revolutionize your life and your business is knowing that you have amazing value on the inside of you that can change the lives of other people. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than just, oh, I want to just write songs and I want to lead people in worship, or I want to release some music. Actually, that might have just been the start, right? But it goes much deeper than that. And sometimes you need to be reminded to think bigger, 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 bigger. Because you're going to do things differently when you realize that you've been called for so much more. And I don't care what you've been through in life, $100 bill, even when it's rumpled and dirty and torn and taped back together, is still $100 bill. And you just have to come to that realization that God has made you in his image. You have something of value to offer. And that's why when I talk about the events, the workshop that I'm having next week called Monetize Your Music, it's actually so much more. It's monetize your music because it's so much more than just your music. You need to get organized. You need to start putting things in place. You need to start broadening your vision so you can actually step into what God has called you to do. So, my friend, who are you? I could have just said, I'm a little girl, well, now woman that hailed from Nigeria. I'm a doctor. I have I have a good voice and I can write songs. So yeah, I can release some songs and leave it at that. But no, I'm so much more than that. I have something on the inside of me, something, value that I can add to other people's lives through my music, through stories, through coaching, through written words, through so much more, through meetings, which is why I hold workshops, through so much more, so much more. And you never know how far God will take you if you change your story. What story are you telling yourself? You're just not anyone. You are so much more than that. You don't just have the ability to sing or write songs or play instruments. You have so much more than that. You haven't just been called to write and release music. You've been called to impact lives, to change lives, to give people a testimony so they can turn their stories into a testimony. They can, they can turn their lives around. So the big thing, the big realization you need to come to is that you have such value on the inside of you, and you have a platform to do so much more than just releasing your music. Okay? You could say, AB, what if I try and fall flat on my face? What if I try and fail? Well, what if you don't? What if you excel? What if you soar? What if your ministry, your platform, what if it takes off? What if there's testimony after testimony and people saying, thank you for saying yes to God. Thank you for stepping out in faith. I mean, I was completely clueless. I was happy just singing in church, writing the very occasional chorus, never actually meaning to finish a song until someone called Brad Goldemond, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing his name right, stepped out in faith and started to run Facebook ads calling out to songwriters, singers, music ministers, worship leaders who wanted to take their music up a notch. I saw that Facebook ad and I was like, there's something here calling out to me. And I had no idea. I thought I was just signing up for a challenge, but it was just the first step in many more, first of many more steps. Honestly, like, if you just say yes to what God is putting on the inside of you, you have no idea what He can do through you. No idea what He can do through you. So, my friend, are you ready to change your story? Are you ready to change your story? You could say, well, what if I fail? Well, actually, I don't see anything called failure. It's just a process of learning. I can tell you that my first event that was meant to be a launch, I had no idea how to launch, by the way. I didn't make any sales. I think it was more of a test on if I would actually enjoy sharing and coaching people on Zoom or on Facebook. And I loved it. But I could have said this was a complete failure. But I learned. And my lesson for that one was actually, I can do this. This was great. I enjoyed it. And I was already hearing people saying, "Oh, AB, keep going." And then my next one, I was like, okay, this is better. I got much more people signing up. I got a huge list of people that signed up. But then people didn't turn up. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is this is embarrassing. I think I actually upgraded my Zoom because I thought so many more people were going to show up, and they didn't turn up. But actually, I still wasn't ready. I was still learning. And I realized, actually, I don't think I'm ready yet. I'm going to tweak it again. And the third one, I hit jackpot and I was like, okay, I think I'm finding my groove. There's no such thing as failure. It's just you're still learning. That's all it is. You're still learning. I remember this lovely analogy of the heart beats and it goes through this motion of going up and down, pumping. And the only time it stays still is when it's dead. So there's going to be ups and downs when you're alive. And the fact that you're hitting all this, bumps in your journey just means you're living, you're alive, you're growing. There's no such thing as failure. No such thing as failure. You could say, I have no time. Amy, I'm so busy. Well, look who's talking to you right now. I'm one of the busiest people you can have. I'm a mom of 2 kids, ages 4 and 8. I am still a doctor in training. I still haven't finished my pediatric training. I am a musician. I'm learning how to be a coach, learning how to run a business. I still have dreams. I want to write a book, or should I say, I am writing a book. Podcasting and releasing episodes every week. My friend, what is important to you, you will make time for. And actually, can you afford not to prioritize this when it's linked to your very purpose, to the reason why you're here, to the thing that will bring you the most fulfillment? Because it's not going to be your day job. It's going to be this. when you think you are walking in the calling that God called you to do, why you were born here on earth. That, my friend, is what will bring you fulfillment. That is what's going to bring you fulfillment. So, what is important to you, you'll make time for. So, I'm going to leave you with this. If you are ready to change your story, if you are ready to stop playing around with the gift God has on the inside of you, with something that's waiting to break out, something that's waiting to burst out of you, if you are ready to kick things up a notch, sign up for the Monetize Your Music workshop, because that is just the start. That is just the start of what God will show you. I remember someone came for the last workshop and we had a visualization, and I was asking people, what did you see? Anyone brave enough to share? And she said, AB, I actually saw I saw myself standing in front of a room speaking. I have no idea what I was speaking about. So you have no idea what you will see. You have no idea what God will reveal to you. This is just a first step. So people, sign up. Take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on the vision that God has given to you. Take a chance on the gifts that God has put on the inside of you. Take a chance on the people that are waiting to be blessed by your story, to be touched by your testimony. Take a chance on them and sign up. Don't just sign up, bring someone. Set apart time to come and invest time in yourself, in your business, in your mission, in your vision, in the calling that God has for you. And get ready to have your mind blown by God, not by me. Because I'm still learning. I don't know what God is. God is still opening my eyes more and showing me more things every day. And I'm still like, oh, what is happening here? What is happening? And that's God for you. If things are just all nice, smooth, no surprises, I think you're playing small. I think you're playing small. So, Instagram, Facebook, whoever is watching, take a chance on yourself. Sign up if you haven't signed up. If you have friends that you think that you know will be blessed by this, tell them to sign up. Bring them, come along, pray along. Your prayers will go a long way. That the people that need to hear this, the people that need this, they will attend. And when they come, they will meet with God. And what God is planning for our generation in our little part of the world, we will be doing our parts in it. Okay. Thank you so much for listening. Post in the comments what has blessed you. If you're watching replay, say replay. And tell me if you've signed up. I hope I'll see you there next week. It's going to be the Friday, actually, no, the Saturday, Sunday, and the Monday. So Saturday, the 1st of July, 8:30 p.m. UK time on Zoom. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 8:30 p.m. on Zoom. An hour of lots and lots of content that will inspire you, will encourage you, will motivate you, and will start something new. Something new will refire you. Ooh, I can't wait. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. See you next week. Take care. Bye for now.